Alright guys, so if you're just getting in here, we are checking out the DA50 RG compliments of Orbix. So this is about a week before the release. We should see the release on May 6th. And this is a plane from a new developer, but you guys might be interested in knowing who did the flight model. So I will go over this plane a bit here. As far as the exteriors look, they all look really good. Textures, 3D model, all the little things, really enjoyable with this plane. It's a surprising breath of fresh air. We don't believe in trees, so don't worry about that, guys. So it's a surprising breath of fresh air, though, that a plane is like not super expensive, and it's also not like a total pile. Far from it, actually. So the sound, actually got Boris Audio Works sounds, so that's really interesting. Absolutely love the Boris sounds. Only plane I really have that I've paid a lot of attention to that has the Boris sounds is the DA42, which is from the developer Cows. But interesting though, because the person that did the flight model here is the same developer from Cows. So actually Tommy from Cows did this flight model. So this flight model feels very good, and it feels similar to what you might find in the quality level of the Cows plane. So but as always, we're doing a group flight. We got No Faith, Turd Ferguson, Adept Donut, Killing Time, Twisted Cigarette, Recon Fox, and Airwolf hanging out back there with us. So we're going to take this into Courchevel. We're going to see how she performs. So let's find out how this thing goes into Courchevel. Oh, you know it, Airwolf. I am developing that plane. In fact, I made the decision to buy the model for it. Buy the model today. There's a really nice model available to help me get a head start on it. So I am gonna buy the model tonight after stream. And there starts the adventure. And also, we have a really high-profile developer, someone who has a lot of experience with bush planes, that has offered to do the flight model. This was about 2 months ago that he said that, so I'm not going to give away the name just in case could be busy or something, and I'm not going to, hold him to it if something doesn't work out. So I'm not going to release the name, and just, there's no promise of like when it's going to be done. I have no clue where this is going to lead. This could lead to me having some, plane that I poured over to the sim to fly by myself. This could turn into the best bush plane in the world. Who knows? So we're going to see what happens with it, but it should be an exciting ride. And I might do some of the development on stream. I don't know for sure. If I do, it would be like on a not on regular stream day. It would be like a couple hours on a weekend or something. If I do any of the development on stream, that's how I'll do it. So, but there's some cool features with this plane too. So the sounds are intuitive with, you open the window, the sound is gonna change. The doors, all the doors are the same, all the doors open. You have, might need to restart sim. But you got some pretty cool animations. You can hide and disappear your co-pilot and your regular pilot, and that will just take you through whether you can see the co-pilot from the inside or the outside, etc. It feels very much like the DA42 as far as like those little flight model characteristics that you would expect out of Tommy. I mean, I tell you what, Tommy is Airwolf. What was the word we used earlier? No, I forgot. Airwolf, you're gonna have to back me up on this one, bro. That's what like everyone was talking about tonight, was that damn pillar. And dude, it's weird because like it does not bother me one bit. And you know me, like I am so picky about my cockpit views. I will literally take the time in the middle of a stream to change the camera.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Glide path is on. Yeah, we always got to be doing it live, man. If you ain't doing it live, what are you doing? But yeah, I don't know. A great little plane for 17 bucks. I think this is going to give a lot of people an opportunity. It'll be like what the Vision Jet did for me, I think. Like the Vision Jet was the thing that taught me how. Why? All right, we got to try it one more time because I have my altitude held. Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. Why? Oh, it did it again.
Check gear.
I don't know why that.
Check gear.
I don't know. The visual approach is supposed to bring you down. It usually does. I'm not really sure what is happening here. Check gear, what?
2 hours later.
Hey, don't you worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I'll get down to the ground, I promise. Approach. So, I think it's because I'm slewing, obviously. Ah, fuck it. Gotta go around. I don't know. I'm having trouble with the G1000. It's been like 3 or 4 months since I've used it, and like the last time I used it was right when I was learning it. Oh, look at that. FS Birds. Okay, let me read some chat here. No procedures. I'm gonna try an ILS, but in something way more simply. Okay, realistically, a GPS route shouldn't give you a glide path. So, Quality Jelly, I'm not sure because, like, the first approach I ever learned, someone from chat taught me, and they showed me how to do a visual approach. Now, a GPS, glide path and glide slope are going to be different. So I think when it's the GPS, it's called the glide path, and I think when it's an ILS, it's called the glide slope. So I think it actually says 2 different things on there, from what I remember. But then the visual approaches I never quite understood because they call it a visual, but yet somehow, you know, you're finding yourself, you know, somehow you're finding yourself, you know, floating down toward the runway gracefully. Oh, glide path is caught, so why? It's wanting to bring me back out toward Venice, which it's probably going to smoke me into the mountain. We'll see what happens. If we got to call it Kentucky, we'll have to call it Kentucky, whatever. I'm good with it though, because I'm having a good time. And that's all that really matters in the old FS. Yeah, glide path. So like, and I also learned the differences back then of like RNAV plus V, all those different types of things. I also learned all that stuff back then too, and I learned that from a real pilot. I'm just gonna I'm gonna hand fly this fucker right.
500. 500.
Let me see. Please just think I don't want it to take me back around. I will have a freaking Harry if it does. Why am I still gaining altitude? Yeah, okay, I'm done trying this approach. I set it up all messed up in the first place, and I had to... Chill, did you figure out... By the way, all of our frames out here, we've talked about it as a group, and all of our frames are really shit. So it's not me in this plane, it's just everybody's frames out here are absolutely garbage right now. Man, that's like, I can't even see. I can't even pay attention because I can't see from how bad the frames are. Alright, so I'm going to take a suggestion from chat. Actually, hold on. We have one more airport we're going to. Let's see what this one is. Oops, sorry about that. Running your ass over, dude. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here and watch it happen. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. I feel the faith. I have the faith. Nice. VS for descent, FLC for climbs. He's camping there. He's got well, he's only in the Texan, so he doesn't have a camping kit. Oh, my phone's it's up. Oh, I have 54 new likes and 2 new followers on Instagram. Oh, by the way, guys, I do have a YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. I have been putting quite a few good videos up. A lot of videos about sim effects on there if you want to check that out. And I know there's a bunch of people interested in sim effects. It's actually my it's my most viewed video so far. So like I think it's at like 4,700 views, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but my other most viewed long form video was the Airbus helicopter from the guys over wherever that is. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Xion. Just like that. Now we're gonna go down to the airport and have a cup of coffee. Thank the Lord. Quality, thank you for your help. Everybody else, thank you for your help. I don't know how sometimes I get myself into these situations where I'm in and out of putting this in the GPS and putting that in the GPS and then taking it out. And...
Well, sister,
Go, what
time
up,
has
good
come
chat?
for me to ride hard and fast.
Well, sister. This is my favorite one. If you guys can request music, all that stuff. If you want to request music, feel free. You just got to go down to the bottom left-hand to chat. It always does it twice, damn it. I got to figure out why. I have something probably messed up with my bot where it's wanting to do it twice. DJ Boosted, thank you for the follow, my man.
And his name is John C.
Quick shot of True Gentleman saying good morning to Burstix TV and the chat. You know, and the other thing that I think makes it a lot more difficult for me too is I never do it before I leave the ground. And I would think, you know, other than, you know, like a necessary diversion or something like that, you would most likely probably do all this shit before you leave the ground. And so this is what I think causes a lot of frustration for me, is that I'm always like one step behind with it because I'm like thinking about other things or whatever, you know. So look at that, $15 plane or $17 plane following the ILS like nobody's business. Turd Ferguson still hanging in the P40F. The P40F should show up to me as a P40B. Turd, do a flyby if you can. I don't know how, can't tell how far away you are, but if you can, do a flyby and see if I got that right with the model matching mod. DJ Boosted, I am near Lima Sierra Golf, and if you ever want to know the nearest airport to us or what server we're on or anything like that, anybody in the chat can type in !INFO, and that's a command. It's free for everybody to use. Compliments of Flow from Parallel 42. But you can use that anytime and it'll tell you. You can always ask as well. And I'll try to give you the most accurate information. But Flow does a pretty damn good job at giving you everything you could possibly need to know where we're at. But always do feel free to ask, because sometimes like people ask that not because they want to come fly, but because they want to know like, where the hell are you? You know, this area looks cool. I'm at work right now, but I'd like to fly it later. Where are you? You know what I mean? So, and sometimes the info button is going to give you an ICAO that doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah, you can tell a lot by what the ICAO is about where something's at, but it's not going to give you accurate information unless you know what the ICAO is. I know, yeah. So I don't have that one turd, but I do have model matching set up, so it should show up as my P40B. But I've heard that they're like, it's pretty equal on. There's a couple forums out there on like which P40 should I buy, and you know, there's like the $9 one from Any Builds. There's the one I have from Big Radials, which is, I think it's like 19. It's a good one. It's I think it's their first plane for the sim, so it's like there's, you know, a couple small imperfections, but pretty good plane for 15 bucks or 20 bucks. Should start flapping ass. Gear looks cool, asymmetrical. I have no idea what my approach speeds are supposed to be in this thing. Is that like don't spill your coffee, or is that gonna be my... Okay. Oh, that's icing. Operating maneuvers. I'm just gonna say somewhere around like 120. Actually, shouldn't I be able to tell from here? I should be good to go like down to 80 without worrying. I love ILS, man. Compared to RNAV, like RNAV always brings me in sideways and all this other shit. Like, I love ILS. And they're not harder to do than an RNAV. They're actually easier, I think. Man, you guys are way too shiny looking up there, man. I gotta get that shade down. Hey, Starflies, what's going on? Freaking Starflies, I remember you. Starflies, I bought the Bonanza to fly with her one night, and I totally did not know. Like, Starflies takes the sim very, very seriously, which I super appreciate, and I respect that so much, but I didn't know. So like, I bought the Bonanza and I'm all ready to fly, and I'm sitting here and I'm like falling asleep at one point, and I'm like, hey, what time are we leaving, you know? And Starflies was like, well, you know, I'm doing my, you know, my check and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the first streamer I've ever seen that has like that level of seriousness. And I'm like, that is fucking cool. Excuse my language, man. That is cool. So Starflies and the chat, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. What were you up to tonight, Starflies? Oh man, my frames are toast. I'm gonna restart my sim. There's no way I can keep going on like this. I think it's this area because everybody's reported low frames. But we're checking out the DA50 RG. We got sim effects running. We got we got all kinds of stuff going on. But the DA50 RG, and just some quick observations. Flight model is awesome, done by the same guy that did the DA42, so Tommy. Beautiful, beautiful flight model for this. It's only 17 bucks. It's going to release on the 6th of May. If you're in Europe, it's 15 euros, but for American dollars, it's 17 or so. and it'll be on Orbix. I do have a link up top there, so if you're thinking about purchasing it, go ahead and take that link, bookmark it, save it, and on the 6th you can purchase the plane from Orbix, because that's where the only place it's going to be available to start. Now, this developer is Skyward Simulations. This is their first plane ever. But the dude that's did the 3D modeling, he's a younger guy. He's like 16, and he's done a little bit of 3D modeling with other things before, but did a wonderful job on this plane. It's really nice. I mean, for 17 bucks, I can't. There's a lot more to this plane than you see with any other planes at $17, and everything seems to work great.